We're back at Freddy's house in Orange County, California. We are actually going to be cooking these sausages. We got a few of Freddy's teammates here from his barbecue team, together with Chris from Mad Cat Barbecue. We're going to maintain social distancing, cooking outdoors, and we're going to sample the wonderful sausages from Claudia. We'll give you guys the impression of how each of one of them tastes.
Giorgioni. I'm the owner at Goodies in the Pantry here in Orange. I had several shops that had the same idea behind them in Romania. I came to US about 10 years ago, I would say. We opened the shop 4 years ago, I think in 2017, and initially was designed as a butcher shop with just a small kitchen area. Meanwhile, it turned into a restaurant because of the huge demand for it. My story is a little bit different than the usual path for this kind of things. Usually, you start working in a place, you develop a passion for a product, a service, and then you start doing it as your own business. With me, it was totally different. When I started first this kind of business in Romania, I didn't know anything about this field. But I started the business anyway and developed the passion for it afterwards from actually my employees and the people that I worked with. And so I opened the business first, and the passion came after. That's what I meant. I started doing jiu-jitsu ever since I came to US, probably in my first weeks, and I continued to do it ever since. And then it was always in the back of my mind, the idea of opening this kind of store. Since I owned several businesses just like this in Romania, it just took quite a while to actually get it established and get it set. So it took about 5-6 years since I came to US to actually start this project. Europe in general is famous for cured meats in general, right? You'll have the Eastern European part that includes probably Romania, Hungary. Their way of doing charcuterie is curing, drying, and smoking, right? That's the smoking part is the difference between Eastern European products and Western European products, right? Like Italian and French would be famous for their prosciuttos and sausages, and most of them are cured and dried, not smoked. What Romanians and Hungarians, and because those are the main culinary cultures in Eastern Europe, the best part of it is that their own version of prosciutto and sausages is smoked. So for people that like smokiness and smoke flavor, I think they would love the Eastern European products better than the Western European products. I think Romania has a huge influence from the former Austrian-Hungarian Empire when it comes to cooking in general, and sausage in particular, since we're talking about this. The main protein ate in Eastern Europe is pork, definitely. So that's why 95% of the sausages you'll see in Romania and Hungary are pork, right? You'll have combos of pork and beef or pork, beef, and lamb, but I haven't seen too many sausages that are made just of beef, for example, right? So it's always going to be a combo of pork and in some areas of pork, beef, and lamb. So with me, it was totally different. I started a business. When I started this kind of business in Romania, I didn't know anything about this field. I don't have any training, any specific training in the culinary arts. I don't have any specific training in butcher shop. Everything that came after developing a passion in time and after learning from actually my employees, right? So it took a few years, and there are specific stories behind it. It took a few years for me to actually get a knife in my hand and start carving a hog just by hand, not by bone saw. Normally, a good butcher will be a good cook too. A good cook will be a good butcher too, right? That's what I was taught. That's what I was learned. So I actually learned both cooking and butchering from one of my master butchers that I hired in one of the locations that I had in Romania. Some of the recipes are classic recipes like Polish kielbasa, Italian sausage, English bangers, merke sausage, and we obviously add a twist to it. So they will always have our our signature on them, right? Some of them will be traditional Romanian sausages, probably 4 or 5 different types. And then some of them just our own invented recipes. Generally speaking, Romanian sausages, Eastern European sausages are made in a very simple way. The base is salt, pepper, garlic, paprika in different percentages. Garlic is a must. Garlic is in pretty much everything, tons of garlic. I'm not just saying garlic, right? You will see there's a huge difference in the amounts of garlic that you use for a Western European type of sausage or an American type of sausage and the Romanian ones. I'm talking 5, 6, 10 times more the amount of garlic. So that's the base for for a Romanian sausage. Garlic. You'll see that it will have garlic, and most of them paprika. Hungarian ones, probably all of them have paprika in them, either if it's mild or hot. So Goodies in the Pantry is located in the city of Orange on Catella. It's a small plaza. You can find us online pretty much everywhere, on Instagram, Goodies in the Pantry OC, on the website, Yelp, Google, pretty much everywhere online. Hours of operation on Monday, just 10 to 4 o'clock. Tuesday through Thursday, 10 to 6 o'clock for the butcher shop. Kitchen always closes at 5. And Friday and Saturday, lunch and butcher shop close at 5 o'clock, and we continue doing dinner at 5 to 8. I like Mediterranean food. It's funny because I'm not doing that a lot, but I'm always blending, in my kitchen, I'm always blending stuff that I like with stuff that's like a classic in the kitchen and what I think it goes well. For example, Romania doesn't have a culture for brisket, but we became famous for brisket. We just blended Eastern European techniques with American techniques, and we came up to a pretty good product. One of my favorite dishes is rabbit stew, right? We smoke the whole rabbit, pull it apart, and do it in a kind of a white fricassee, actually. I can find my happiness in being peaceful. I'm always stressed, so I'm not happy then. When I have less stress in my life, that's when I'm peaceful, that's when I'm happy. This one we have, this is our version of a Polish sausage. And actually, I think I have a tag for this one, just for you guys to know it when you cook it. This one is a sun-dried tomato and garlic. Okay, all right. This is that traditional Romanian fresh, I think Romanian. The one that tried earlier. Okay. This is a recipe that basically it's our recipe. We invented it. It's called Transylvania. It has, yeah, it's funny.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be in a YouTube video. Transylvania.
Even if it's not a blood sausage though, yes. It has chives and lovage. So it's it's an herb one. It's very good. Pretty mild, nothing overpowering. This one is the Hungarian gulai, and this is our version of Italian. This is a Cumberland sausage, an English banger. Probably this one is an all-time favorite. It's like a pork and beef caseless sausage. This is like the perfect item for the grill. Like all of these ones you can do in a pan, you can do in an oven, whatever you want to do, but this one on the grill. Normally they will rise a little bit. They're very puffy, juicy, moist. So I think that's going to be your favorite, but you guys will decide.
This one goes on a flat top on the grill because it'll fall.
No, you can. It's not going to fall. It's yeah. Usually you moist your hands in a bit of water or oil and just pick it up, and it will stay on the grill. Okay. And usually you start on a higher heat. Yeah. Rotate 4 times until you get a sear all over the place, and then reduce the heat to like medium or low, and then just continue rotating until it's like done inside.
Okay. So you guys have paid attention, right? You guys, okay?
This is how you spell it. You actually pronounce it as like M-I-T-C-H, Mitch.
Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch.
But that's how you spell it.
Okay. M-I-C-H, Mitch.
Yeah. This one is smoked traditional Romanian. So on this one, I would recommend just a light sear on the grill and then continue in the oven, or wrap it in foil and continue over there just to heat it up a little bit. Same thing with this one. Normally you either simmer it for 3 minutes, or again you get a nice sear, and actually this is probably for the pan if you guys want to do it in a pan, I don't know, whatever you guys want, or you just put it in the oven for a few minutes. All of these ones are pork, so I would cook them to like 157 to 160, let it rest, they will get to 165, all of the pork ones, right? This one, since it's pork and beef, I will go to like 155 to 160. You know, kind of the same thing. You can go a little bit lower because it has beef inside. Basically, you will reach a temperature of 165 for all of them. So all the sausages that we do don't have any nitrates and preservatives. That's why the shelf life is going to be a lot less. It's going to be like 2-3 days. Cook it that day or the next day, or put it in the freezer. In the freezer, it can stay indefinitely, 6 months, a year. But I always recommend cooking it within 1-2 months in the freezer after being put in the freezer. I always recommend people that come inside to ask us if we forget to tell them when they were made. We make sausages every day, and we tell them if it was made that day, they can keep them in the fridge 3 days. That's what we recommend. And after that, freezer.
Chris, I'm Mad Cat Barbecue.
Hi, I'm Kevin with Somerset Grills.
Jeff Bailey, I'm with the Tri-City Pitmasters.
Hey, I'm Freddie with Tri-City Pitmasters.
I'm John Dillman with the Tri-City Pitmasters.
Hey guys, welcome to my backyard. We're all here to try sausages from Goodies in a Pantry. I invited Harry because I think Claudiu makes great sausages here in Orange, California on Catella. And right now we're going to find out. We brought 10 different kinds of sausages. And Harry will explain which ones we got over here. Polish sausage. Sun-dried tomato garlic. We got hot Italian right here. Hungarian Gulai. Transylvania. Cumberland. Fresh Romania. Smoked traditional Romanian. We got firstly right here.
Okay. So the first one was smoked traditional Romania. All right, what's the
Garlic. Heavy garlic. Very
Paprika, it's delicious.
yeah,
Not too salty.
very savory flavor to
Juicy
it.
and garlic.
next? What are you going to try?
Sun-dried.
Okay, let's
Ready
go.
to counterclockwise?
Oh yeah, so sun-dried. Next sun-dried. Okay, sun-dried. Give it a shot here. Everybody sun-dried.
That one.
Juicy, flavorful. Definitely get the hint of the sun-dried tomato in there.
Sun-dried.
Yeah.
And,
Give me like an Italian kind of
Just a hint of garlic. Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
that
Wow.
was good too.
Okay, next Polish sausage.
We had this one. This is when we had
Each
it.
one of these sausages is so juicy and flavorful.
and different flavors.
Yeah. Wow.
Very heavy in garlic, all of them. That's what he said, right?
Yeah, they retain a lot of moisture.
They do.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
one
you
is
can,
really juicy and refreshing.
it
This was-
explodes
Oh my
the
goodness.
flavors, and it's
And
not
they all
strong.
have their different
Yeah,
flavors
it's
too,
not
right?
strong.
I don't know what the
A
other
little bit
flavor is.
coriander. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
coriander?
coriander, yeah.
That's
Yeah, like
Polish
You can tell that he has-
cilantro kind of thing, right?
He
The
uses his
coriander.
own like
Mix.
mix into the traditional flavors. So,
Okay.
got
All right.
All right, next one is we're going this way, right? So this
Yeah.
one here is called the
Fresh Romania.
fresh Romania. Okay, give it a shot here.
I'm expecting a lot of freshness over here from the name.
This one is much sweeter.
Sweet sausage, almost.
Almost like a sweet sausage.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah. You can definitely taste the
I
tomato.
like an Italian sausage flavor too.
Yeah, almost like there's like maple in there.
Yeah.
Not
Lots of
too much
maple.
garlic on this one either.
No. Less garlic, more of a sweeter type of
It
sausage.
reminds me more like of a
Maybe a
kinda
sweet
like a
paprika
chorizo.
instead
Yeah.
of a hotter.
Yeah, chorizo, yeah. Right.
It does. Yeah.
All right, next one is the Cumberland, which is a British style sausage.
I would almost say this is like a smoked traditional mixed with the Polish. No, a hint of coriander, not heavy garlic, but you get the garlic taste, salt.
That parsley though, you can get that.
They definitely taste the
Yeah,
It
parsley,
was
and none of them are overpowering with one seasoner.
oh
or the
no,
other.
no. They're perfect.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
too
just a
salty. It's
very
perfect, yeah.
That's exactly it. It's not
Not too salty.
salty at all.
Yeah.
And when you get usually a
You can definitely tell a difference because there's a preservative sausage versus this. Not so salty.
Yeah,
Very
there's
meaty,
a lot
too.
of flavor, but it's not overpowering from one to the other.
I haven't gotten any gristle from it. Like, you know, when you sometimes get a little gristle or something. None. All meat.
All right, now for the one that is really interesting, Transylvania, right? Okay, everybody try the Transylvania sausage.
This one,
Like almost like a mint
Sage.
This one tastes
Sage?
like a,
Yeah, like a sage sausage.
Yeah,
This one actually tastes like a.
Bratwurst. I don't know if
This
your
has a lot of
viewers-
bratwurst flavor to it. It tastes like a bratwurst, but it explodes with a little more flavor.
yeah, you get that taste of the sage
Yeah.
or mint.
Mint, yeah. Little hint of
Oh, there's
mint.
mint in there? Transylvania?
That's like
Something's in there, a
It's
little,
like
little
Italian
sweet flavor.
seasoning.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, moving on to the hot Italian.
It's definitely Italian.
A little spicy, yeah. not like super hot, but
Oh yeah. You get that kick.
Tell you what, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
That is,
Wow.
and I'm getting a little bit of the spice at the end.
It is, yeah.
Let's try the.
Consistency, like with the
yeah.
meat, the flavor, the fillers.
All right, try the
Versies.
Versies. Versies. These are these already cooked sausage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely unique.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
unique. It's kind of gamey almost, like they have
Yeah.
a gamey taste to it.
It wasn't
A little.
It might be more of a heavy lamb sausage.
Almost like an oaky flavor.
Yeah.
Lamb,
Oh yeah, definitely gamey.
I like it though. I like gamey.
All right, coming down to the 9th one and final, which
The
is the
Hungarian.
Hungarian.
There's waters over there.
Gulai?
if you wanna try 'em.
Smoked. Definitely smoked. Tastes like a smoked, almost like a smoked kielbasa in a way.
Yeah.
This one's got more of a chew.
Yeah, let's do something
Yeah,
like
it did.
too.
Yeah.
Or pop in the casing.
I'm feeling more of the fresh.
Now that was the easy part. Now the hard part. Now everybody's got to pick their top 3.
So when it comes to my flavor profile and my choice selection on top 3, number 1 is the sun-dried tomato and garlic. Unbelievable flavor. The sun-dried tomato, it just something I've never had before. It was very unique and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Polish sausage is number 2. Number 3, and it was 2 and 3 were really hard to choose, but the hot Italian was spectacular as well. So that's my top 3. Going sun-dried tomato and garlic, Polish sausage, hot Italian.
Excellent. Who's next?
So I like the sun-dried tomato a lot. That's my number 1. My second one is the Transylvania. I like it. It kind of reminds me of sausage. And of course, the last one I like is the hot Italian.
Hot Italian. Cool. All right, Jeff.
You know, I'm kind of different. I really like the Romanians. I'm more of a spicy sausage person, so the 2 Romanians, the fresh Romanian and the traditional. And then I'm going to have to go with the sun-dried tomato. Like my partner said, it's something different. It's something unique, and it was really tasty. Number 1 would be the fresh Romanian.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm gonna go with my number 3 would be the Cumberlands. I really like that sweetness in it. The number 2, the hot Italian, and then the number 1, I'm gonna go with this traditional Romanian. It's really nice natural flavors.
Excellent.
All right, changing it up for my traditional chorizo. This was actually a treat for me. So I have to go. I like spicy. I love spicy food. So hot Italian was, I think, number 1 for me. Number 2, and I've told Claudio before, the smoked Romanian sausage I think is amazing. So I'm gonna have to do number 2, the smoked Romania, and then Cumberland, the 3rd one. That was the one that had, I think, a hint of sage, right, guys? Yeah, that I really like that sage flavor. It's making my mouth water right now, actually. So I'm gonna grab another piece of that one. But yeah, those were my top 3.
All right, I have a chance to eat all the sausages, and my verdict is going to be the Romanian as number 1. Number 2 is the sun-dried tomato, and the 3rd is the Transylvania. So those are my picks, but they're all going to be fantastic sausages. If you guys, are looking for sausages in the LA area, please go visit our good friend Claudia, and then try his sausage. This is my favorite. 2nd, and this is my 3rd, but all of this is absolutely amazing, and you got to also try this one called the Michi, which is a deconstructed sausage. Thanks for stopping by, checking out our sausage episode. Please like, subscribe, and share, and please let everyone know that there's a terrific sausage place right here in Orange County. Give these guys a shot. We'll see you guys in the next video.